Shalom everybody and welcome to Regah Bivrit. Every week we open together the parasha of the week in our quest not just to understand the Hebrew Bible but to find the Jewish Messiah that is concealed in every word and every letter of the Hebrew Bible that is known by the name Tanakh, Torah, Nevi'im, Ketuvim. Today we are in Parashat Noach. The word Noach comes from the Hebrew word menucha, comfort, rest. The Menachem is the one who is bring the comfort. And in this Torah portion, the rabbis of Israel tell us that we meet this messianic figure named Noach. At the beginning of the portion, we read in Hebrew, Ele toldot Noach. Noach ish tzaddik tamim. Haya bedorotav et Elohim it'alach Noach. Now we have to understand this passage through a messianic lens that is found in this portion. For starters, the name Noach is equivalent in Hebrew to the number 58. This is an important number in Hebrew. The number 58 is the same word as the word imach. Imach in Hebrew means may his name be blotted out. Yeshua name today in Hebrew is known as Yeshu. Imach, Shmo, V'zichro. May his name be blotted out. It's not a coincidence that Yeshua himself spoke about his coming and his days like in the days of Noach. The rabbis of Israel told that the generation that will be able to receive Messiah will resemble a generation of a face of a dog, meaning it is going to be such an ugly and such a brutal generation that there will be either full merit or full transgression. That will be the generation of the coming of the Messiah. Now let's pay attention for a moment to the Hebrew together. Now we see at the beginning of the text that there is a generation that is going to be the generation of Noach. And the generation of Noach is the generation of the Messiah, as we read both on the rabbinic literature and also in the writing of the New Testament. Now pay attention to this. It have several misspellings in the Hebrew language. And we have to understand every time that there is a missing letter or a misspelling of a word, that there is a purpose behind it. First of all, it says, here are the generation of Noach. The first word is the word here in the text, the word toldot. The word toldot is missing the letter Vav. The letter Vav that is missing is the letter that related to the name Eliyahu, Elijah. Meaning that's going to be a time that Elijah is yet to come. A time before the complete redemption to the world. The world is broken. From Genesis chapter 2 all the way to the book of Ruth, every time that the word generation is mentioned, it is missing the letter Vav, meaning the world is in a broken state. Now notice when Noach is emerging, is the messianic figure. He is emerging in a broken state to the world. So the word generation is misspelled, but it is not the only place that it is misspelled. Later on, it says that he was righteous in his generation. This word, generation, is the word bedorotav. Now, let's learn a little bit of the Hebrew. It doesn't say mi dorotav, but rather betorotav. If you say mi dorotav, it's talking from within his generation. But when it says bedorotav, is in the generation that he lived in. He is within this generation. And the word dorotav here, okay, is also misspelled. The question is, why is generations, what this word in generation is misspelled? And the rabbis of Israel tell us it is a missing the letter Vav, because the people around him live in spiritual deficit. When will a Messiah raise up in the world? When the deficit around us is great, and that's why it is missing both the Vav here in this word, in the letter Dorotav, and also in the generation. Elijah is yet to return, and he is raised up, and that's why Noach is known as the suffering Messiah, also known as Messiah, son of Joseph. He appeared in a wicked generation, in a generation that is going to be rejecting him, just like Messiah, son of Joseph, just like in generation of Yeshua. Now notice something about his name. Every time we see in the scripture a name that is repeated, we know that it's a messianic name. It's a hermeneutical rule of Judaism. It says here in the text, here are the toldot of Noach. But then the next word in Hebrew is the word Noach. So why do we see the name Noach mentioned twice? The rabbis of Israel explain to us and say, and every time that a person name it appear twice, it's appeared twice because he's making an impact on the world below and on the heavens. Who is a Messiah? One who impacting the heavens and impacting the earth. Abraham's name was mentioning twice. He was a messianic figure, and every time a person affecting the heaven and the earth, he is a righteous person. And here it says he is tzaddik and he is tamim. Okay, he is a man who is righteous and also blameless. Why? Because their righteousness affect the heaven, and their blamelessness affect the earth. It says his relationship with the heavens and the relationship with fellow men are both impactful. And we must think about this. A tzaddik is one we call tzaddik in heaven, and a tamim is one who is blameless before other people. It is as he loved God and loved his neighbor. We are seeing here for the very first time in the scripture that he is loving God and he is loving his neighbor. Tzaddik and Tamim. And that's why the rabbis of Israel explain to us that his name Noach appeared twice, Tzaddik Tamim, because he affected the heaven and he affected the earth. And if you take in Hebrew this term, Tzaddik and Tamim, and you take these two and understanding that it's the heaven and the earth, and now you understand that Noach represents the heaven and the earth. If you combine those two Noach, 58 plus 58, you get a number 116, which equivalent to the name of the Messiah, Inon. In the book of Psalm 72, it's telling us that his name will be called Inon. His name was created even before the creation of the sun. And if you take the next verse, and it says, Noah begot three sons, Shem, Ham, and Yefet. If you take the first letter of those names, Shin, Chet, Yod, and you affecting them, you adding those up, you get the number 358, which equivalent to the Messiah. It is clear from this portion that although he was rejected and despised, he is representing the picture of the suffering of the Messiah. Just like Yeshua, walk with God, intercede for the rest of the world, sealed and set things apart by building the ark, dwelled with God, and enter and usher the world to a new beginning. What about you today? Are you ushering the new beginning of the world? Noach plus Noach. God is giving each and every one of us two names. A name on earth and a name in heaven. May your name on earth and the name in heaven, may your name before people and before God will be the exact same name. And when we get those two names, each and every one of us uncover the inner Mashiach that is found within us. God bless you, everybody. This is the Regah Bivrit for this week.